Senator Conway, would you like to?
Yeah, Cora Margaret, and I have to say that all contributions from all members were very well researched, and the knowledge of what National Vision Coalition have proposed and the research they've done seems to certainly have influenced the contributions. I would like to thank, in particular, Senator McSherry for not pressing their amendment, because it would have diluted what we were trying to achieve here today. I'd like to thank the Minister, obviously, for not opposing and allowing the motion to pass through the Seanad. I think we can take an awful lot of hope from his contribution. He has established an expert group to review the whole delivery of eye care within the HSE. Well, I may suggest to him that this expert group could very easily do their analysis with the research that has been carried out by the National Vision Coalition, because we have, as a country, committed to the World Health Organization 2020 elimination of preventable blindness. I think that there isn't too much in the difference between what the coalition are proposing and what the Minister wants to achieve. And yes, I absolutely agree with him. We've had too many strategies in this country, too many strategies sitting on shelves in this country. I certainly will give him a copy of what's been proposed by the National Vision Coalition, and I would suggest he could read it in the plane before he gets to the Camino. So, as such, then he will have read it and be influenced well ahead of time.
I'm delighted it's in large print as well, I have to say.
It certainly is. Yeah, and you know, to be honest, it would be remiss of me not to also commend Dr. James Riley. When he was Minister for Health, he did meet members of the coalition and did say that, you know, he believed in the concept of strategies. And indeed, Senator Crown has commented already on what has been achieved by having a very focused strategy in the whole area of cancer. I think that we are dealing with something that potentially, if there isn't a proper strategy and if it's not focused, will end up costing this country an awful lot of money in the future. And I know politicians and political leaders have to deal with the here and now, but maybe as you know, we're maturing as a society, we're coming out of the recession, you know, we need to take a more long-term view. And you know, that can be achieved because what we have achieved here today is consensus across the political divide. So even if the present government isn't in office after the next general election, you know, the alternative governments have signed up to this as well. So I think that type of mature approach to dealing with the health of our nation is something that perhaps is new to politics, but is good for politics. And I think ultimately that's what the people who elect us in here expect us to achieve. I did a national media interview yesterday ahead of this motion, and this morning I received an email from a lady in Cork who has a 5-year-old boy who has just finished junior infants. And the community nurse called to the school and did a routine eye test on the boy, informed the boy's mother that she was of the view that his sight was particularly poor in one eye. That's fine, but the problem is that child is going to wait 12 to 18 months before there's a proper eye examination. Now, in all consciousness, that's not acceptable. And I think we would all agree that that is what needs to be eliminated. I welcome, and I think it's a significant announcement, that the Minister has said that there is an expert group set up to review the delivery of eye care within the HSE. And as I've said at the beginning of my remarks, there's absolutely no reason why the vision strategy which has been proposed by the National Vision Coalition, you know, can't inform that process. There is an awful lot of expertise available to your Minister through the Vision Coalition, people who are prepared and have given up their time on a voluntary basis to ensure that we progress the objectives of eliminating preventable blindness. And I would suggest, Minister, that you know, during the next number of weeks when you are informing yourself, that you know, if you do need to consult or extract information from any one of the stakeholders within the National Vision Coalition, that they would be more than happy to accommodate. I think it has been a very useful debate. I'd like to thank members for doing the research and coming in here and obviously making a contribution. I particularly do want to put on the record my thanks to Minister Varadkar. No disrespect to officials, but I do believe that there was a move to put this into the disability realm. Yes, eyesight and eye loss and blindness is a disability, but it's a health issue that leads to disability. So I think it was appropriate that you, Minister, as the senior minister in government responsible for health, would deal with this. And, you know, I do take comfort. I'm glad that the motion is getting unanimous support. It is reflective of how we can achieve here in the Senate. When it's the right thing to do, we are more likely as a chamber to come together and row in behind something that is the right thing to do than the other house is, with the greatest respect to the other house. So I think it's been a good day for Shannon. It's been a good day for people who are blind and visually impaired in this country, because we now, after this motion is passed, have a situation where the upper house in this country has dedicated itself and passed the motion unanimously. And that's the important point, unanimously supporting the establishment of the vision strategy.
Thank you, Senator. Is the motion agreed to? Agreed. Could I ask the acting leader to suspend the House until 6?
Suspend the House at Cathaoirleach until 6 p.m.